ESPN Madison tomorrow. That's right. ESPN Madison is now the Madison home for Brewers baseball, and you can listen to them all summer long, including tomorrow's spring training ball here on ESPN Madison. But as I mentioned, the New York Yankees have changed their dress code policy where they no longer require you to be clean shaven. Maybe this is direct. Some people are saying that it's because of Devin Williams. That he has some facial hair, former Brewer pitcher, that maybe he finally broke through. I don't know, but this is what I wanted to ask here in 844-770-3776 on the Carlos Talking text line. This is more. Since the Yankees have altered their no facial hair rule, allowing players and uniform personnel to have well-groomed beards moving forward, what's the most antiquated work dress code you can think of? 844-770-3776. That's the Carlos Talking text line. This is more. That's our Siding Unlimited poll question. We're going to throw out some options on the poll question. We're going to go with no facial hair. We're going to go with no uncovered tattoos.
Yep.
We'll go with men's hair length.
Sure. Throw me under the bus. The other one I would like to add, no shorts. I'm willing to hear other ones, but there's a lot of raised eyebrows at shorts that I think are unjustified, especially if they're like a nice pair of shorts.
I feel like that's a Wisconsin thing. When I lived in Florida, I feel like most restaurants allowed shorts.
Oh, restaurants. Yeah, yes. Sure. I mean, yeah. I'm talking about like work, like coming in to do like a normal day's work.
So do you think you can wear shorts here or not?
I can. I've gotten flack for it before.
What? Like true flack or people just busting your chops?
Not tongue in cheek, like genuine, like really? Today? Shorts? And it wasn't about the weather.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting. I don't love that. I would say depends what you're doing. If you're on a business call with a serious business client, okay.
For sure.
If you're in to host a radio show or make some calls, I'd say shorts are fine. But 844-770-3776 Prime, is that those good for?
I think those are very good for. I think the shorts one is good too. I think it's a little more controversial.
Shorts / flip-flops?
Shorts / flip-flops.
Okay. Can you wear
two very different things.
Talking about thongs?
You can't wear thongs to work.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you can't cover it up, I suppose.
So with the shoe side, like the shoe, like I guess open-toe shoes, I think would bother me more than shorts.
I think in that case,
for sure.
In that case, I almost want to take either tattoos or facial hair off of one of the options.
No. Let's leave the shorts. I just think that the shorts to me ties into, it's like that casual look. But if you're wearing shorts and like a polo and doc shoes, something like that, I'm okay with it. I mean, yes, if there's some really important day that someone is coming through, sure. But otherwise, I think it's fine, especially if it fits your vibe and it's not like slovenly. But the open-toed shoes are interesting because women will wear open-toed shoes that are dress shoes to work at times, but the guys won't. But if you do, because if guys, it's mostly, I mean, there are slides and there's like that. There's this style that's more of like almost like an encompassing, like kind of like Crocs, but not Crocs. I don't want to say the brand.
Yeah. They've got the like
he's
toe.
Awful. Yeah. So like, but around like that sort of thing. Or I mean, you can't wear thongs to work. You can't wear the flip flops to work. Like that's kind of, I think, a non-starter. I mean, if you're popping in real quick to grab something,
I'm certain I've seen Jesse Nelson in the flip flops here at work before.
That's disgusting. Nobody needs to see Jesse Nelson's feet. Like Jesse Nelson needs to be pants. Nobody needs to see his legs.
He wears shorts more than anyone.
He needs to be full. Yeah, pants. Nobody needs to see his legs. It needs to be full covered feet. Nobody needs his feet. And actually, if I prefer, turtleneck long sleeve with a hat.
Okay, it feels like maybe this is a step too far. He also gets he does his hair up pretty nice. I mean, he tries with his hair every day. So
those are two different things.
Yes, I stand by the latter. No, but I think that. Listen, I agree that it is kind of weird that there are no shoes, like open-toed shoes for men that feel okay. But I'm sure some people feel that way about shorts. On the other hand, I think like the golf attire, while it looks maybe a little salesy or a little,
but we are
broy,
in a sales office here at the
I work in sports sales for the most part, right? Like I think that the golf outfit attire should be appropriate at the workplace as long as you're not presenting some sort of large important moment, right? Like, read the room, and if your room is only in the office and you're alone doing your thing for most part of the day, be comfortable.
844-770-3776. The Cardinals Talking text line. This is more. In honor of the Yankees altering their no facial hair rule, what are some of the most antiquated office dress code policies? 844-770-3776. Cardinals Talking text line. This is more. We've thrown out men's hair length, no visible tattoos. We've also thrown out, obviously, the facial hair. And then we've thrown out the shorts / tongs or open show too. I guess if you wanted to do it separately, you could word it as aside from facial hair. What are some other antiquated?
So actually what I ended up doing is I ended up getting rid of the hair length dress code. Because I feel like for men, I don't think that's a common thing, is it? Like in a real office, like a normal office?
Are you saying that I'm fake?
No, but I think most offices are pretty open of men having like shoulder length beyond hair. I don't think that's an issue.
So when I worked in a restaurant, I had longer hair. I had long hair when I lived in Florida Gym. My hair was not quite as long as G because it starts to curl. So like my hair kind of sits at my shoulder if I grow it out. But when I worked at a fancy restaurant, I had to slick it back.
But I will say, I don't think that's antiquated because if your hair gets in somebody's food, there's a good reason
but I
for
couldn't
not
tie
having
it in a, But like that's a different issue. Like I have to have it slicked back. Like I couldn't pull in a ponytail. I had to have it like slicked back like I was Pat Riley.
You could? Okay. Well, I doubt that still exists. I think most places, outside of extreme circumstances, is what I'm saying. I think that's the outlier.
Also, no covered. You had to have covered tattoos.
Covered tattoos, I included, yes.
And clean shaven. You couldn't have facial hair. I didn't have a beard.
Interesting. Yep. I'd die to see that. When I went to Ball State, I joined the University Singers there, their show choir. And they made me sign a contract after accepting me, and like we went through the foundation days, they called it, where you go through and you learn some of the songs and dances. And they made you sign a contract that said you would not lose or gain too much weight or make any drastic changes to your appearance because they only had so many costumes available. Which I think is fair, but also
not legal.
I started getting some crap for growing my hair out, which is ultimately part of the reason why I left.
Tyler in Sun Prairie chimes in. Been in the restaurant / food industry for 20 plus years. And before he adds, I'm going to add this a little bit. Restaurants / food industry are the ones that I would say apply the most insane, draconian dress code policies because the people that run restaurants, when I worked at them, now luckily the restaurants we work with, and I'm not just saying this because they work with them, I haven't come across any of them that come across like they believe that they run the world. And so, but when I lived in Florida, it was pull all this back, cover, especially the super fancy restaurants, but they really locked in and loved, like I had to have dry cleaned shirts to show up to work, clean shaven, pulled back hair to work at this said restaurant. But he also added, I grew the nastiest. So they allowed mustaches, not beards. I grew the nastiest handlebar mustache you can imagine.
Let's go.
And both eventually the restaurants allowed him to grow a nicely trimmed beard. They caved. Little win for us little people. Love you guys. Bears still suck. So does Jesse Nelson.
So you can tell Rutledge that.
I understand. Again, I understand some of the rules around restaurants because you want to give off the clean environment. But there is a pretty early on line that I think a lot of restaurants cross. I applied for 2 restaurant jobs while working in college here at UW, and one of them you had to have a vest, you had to have slacks, you had to have black dress shoes, and a clean pressed white t-shirt, or not t-shirt, button-up shirt underneath. The other said, you can have the job. And I went with the one that said, you can have the job, because the pay was going to be about the same anyway. So ultimately, I tend to agree with you. Now, it's part of attracting a different set of clientele, all that, guests at the restaurant, but I think we can maybe take it just a step back and understand that the person who's serving us our food might have a tattoo on their arm, and that's okay.
Yeah, a secret one / Mad City amputee just put up a meme of a Jason Kelsey type beard being massaged. So I guess he thinks the facial hair one is the most antiquated.
Also, they play baseball. Who cares what facial hair they have?
George Steinbrenner, that's who cared.
To the office side of things, COVID definitely started to change how people feel like they have to dress for work. But I think even before that, I dress for, in my day job here in marketing, I dress for who I'm going to meet with. And there are some people who dress very nice every day for work. They're usually a little bit older generation. That's how they want to dress. I've never seen them judge anyone for how they themselves dress for work.
Judgmental Jim.
Like a lot of their employees are in khakis and polos, and that's fine. But that's how they want to dress, which I think is the right way to handle it. If you want to be the person that wants to come in a suit and tie or a sport coat every day, fine. But I know when I go to meet with them, I'm going to dress probably some dress pants and a dress shirt and try to match it a little bit. If I'm going to meet with someone who's really laid back, I'm not going to show up like that because now all of a sudden I look like a narc. I'm making them uncomfortable coming in overly dressed for the meeting. I don't want to name a profession because I don't want to assume that they don't care. But it's just a matter of who you're meeting with.
100%.
And you just try to match their vibe is kind of my general idea for it.
And coming in what makes you comfortable is good too, right? Like our vibe as an office is pretty laid back, all things considered. Yes, there's, certain people dress nicer than others. That's fine, whatever. But I want to take a real quick moment and shout out intern Vincent, who on a Friday showed up in a full blue suit. Like, dude looked great.
He's the only person who dresses like quote unquote professional at the office.
I have not seen
the most professional. Like I would put myself number 2 because I'll wear a sport coat and a shirt once in a while just because.
But you will also wear athletic shorts.
Yes. Oh, I haven't worn athletic shorts here in
a while.
Yeah, like if I'm doing just the show, I'll show up in athletic shorts.
Right.
I'm not showing up for a work day. But then I would say Vincent because otherwise it's a lot of quarter zips.
Yeah, we're a quarter zip group. That's fine.
It's like
That's
a Target
great.
office.
Hey, quarter zips might be popular
Oh,
here,
okay, fair.
But honestly,
Not
to
in
the
the
flip
real
side of
world.
it affects me because, again, to the office. I have nice clothing. Every once in a while, I'll wear it because
Flex on them.
It's more of like I have it, I should wear it. But then it's like if I wear it here and nobody else is dressed nice, I feel like a fool. Like everyone else is dressing for Casual Friday, I bring it in like it's a nicer day with a sport coat or whatever, and now I feel like I'm overdressed, which has always been a bugaboo of mine.
So you would rather be underdressed than overdressed?
I would lean on the other side. Huh. I don't want people to think I'm excited to be there.
That makes sense. I don't want people to think that I think I'm cool because that wouldn't be cool.
Exactly. What is cool, literally, at Carbon World Health is the cryo. You can go to cryo there. But the thing is, the great part about cryo is that it will give you the benefits of that cold therapy, but you don't have the drop in your core temperature. So cryo is fantastic at Carbon World Health. They have red light therapy at Carbon World Health. Obviously, they have GLP-1s. Dr. Ness Rodriguez is the only person in town I would tell you to go see to ask about GLP-1s. They have the workout facility at Carbon World Health, and they also have hormone optimization. So if you're not feeling like your best self, go talk to Carbon World Health about hormone optimization and testosterone. Make sure you have the right testosterone levels for you, not for your age. And Carbon World Health can figure that out. Go to carbonworldhealth.com to learn more.
Hey, this is Matt's Chicago Doppelganger. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
Love is in the air at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. This February, play to your heart's content in the Love It or Leave It $300,000 game show. Thursday night, you could love your prize or leave it for another. For a chance to cuddle up to thousands in cash and prizes, just play using your rewards card. Get ready to love it or leave it. Only at Potawatomi. Learn more at PaysBig.com. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Since J&K Security Solutions opened in 1987, our attention to detail and customer service have been our strongest assets. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. We'll always do our best to find the most efficient and cost-effective solution to every job we tackle. Whether it's security for your home or business, installing video surveillance, or being able to control your garage doors from your phone, we can help you feel empowered with simple and user-friendly technology. Let's work together to secure your home or business. jksecurity.com.
Dinner just got easier and tastier. Pizza Hut's Ultimate Hut Bundle is here to save the day. Starting at just $24.99, you can get any 2 medium pizzas, 8 boneless wings in your favorite flavor, and your choice of cinnamon, cheese, or breadsticks with 2 dips. Feed the family or wow your friends without breaking the bank. The Ultimate Hut Bundle is only here for a limited time. Hurry in and order online today at pizzahut.com. The Ultimate Hut Bundle. Only at Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hi, Dave from Canopy Wealth Management here. Our balanced approach helps guide you through a complex and ever-changing landscape. Throughout your family's financial planning journey, we will serve as a partner, advocate, and steward in all aspects to help you achieve your goals with confidence. At Canopy, care, competence, and clarity, it's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here for Kohler Services. Well, if you've been putting off your bath or shower remodel, now is the time to turn to Kohler Services. Family owned for 150 years, Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer providing care for life. And this month only, get 0 interest financing for 12 months and a free shower door with your Lugstone shower remodel. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast professional installation always included. Again, that's KohlerServicesWI.com.
When you've been seriously injured, you'll need a team with knowledge and experience to get the results you deserve. Call Gruber Law Offices today. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
Brewers baseball is in the air.
Diving stop by Terang. To his speed, he throws to first in time. Send the Gold Glove to Milwaukee.
Spring back into the baseball season on 100.5 ESPN, Madison's new home of the Milwaukee Brewers.
Just some thoughts for the mind. I take a glimpse into time. Watch the blimp read, the world is mine. If I rule the world, imagine that. I free all my sons. I love them, baby. Black diamonds and pearls. Could it be, if you could be mine, we both shine. If I rule the world, still living for today. In these last days until where to be. Paradise life relaxing. Black, Latino, and Anglo-Saxon. I'm on the exchange, the range. Cash, lost tribe of Shabazz. Free at last, brand new whips to crash. Then we laugh in the illa path. The villa houses for the crew, how we do. Trees for breakfast. Dime sexes have been stretches. So many
Love the
years
Nas. Where'd you pull this from? Was this just in the system?
No, this is not in the system. This is
I mean, it
prime
would have
time
been
joint.
a long time ago.
Happy Friday, man.
Yeah, I will take a little Nas on a Friday.
Well, you talked about some of those restaurant owners feeling like they ran the world. So if I ruled the world, would I own a restaurant?
Are you Alex G, Jim Rutledge with you in the Everlight Solar Studio on the ESPN Madison YouTube. We'll get back to our poll question in a second. Primetime Lorsheim apparently dying in the back. You got a full zip on and now a hoodie plus you have a stocking cap on.
I'm always full zip. This is what I've been wearing all day, Jim.
But you got what's with the winter hat too?
Because it's like
you're gonna break
bad hair day.
degrees.
You're gonna break your zipper and then you're gonna be all sad.
No, this full zip never dies. So we talked about it yesterday. I wear a full zip in the office pretty much every day.
You
I
can see
actually
ESPN Madison YouTube. Yep.
Yes, you can see me on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream, which is up now. By the way, thank you Sadler for letting me know it wasn't earlier. But anyways,
what are you doing back there?
Sometimes there's glitches. But anyways, yeah, I just in the production studio where I spend most of my day before the show. It is very frigid in there, and it's kind of frigid in our office, to be honest. Like, I think we keep it at like 69 degrees. It says on the thermometer it's 73. I know, nice, right? But it says on the thermometer it's 73, but it's really 69.
69. I like that number.
But then the Nas. So, like, do you know who's singing with Nas?
Well, I know.
She's famous.
I know because it's on the YouTube title here
Alex
that I'm looking
G,
at.
Do you know?
I do not know.
All right, I'll throw out to the listeners, 844-770-3776. She was a very big deal for a while there. Who is singing If I Rule the World with Nas, who's singing the hook on that. with Nas. That would have been late 90s. 844-770-3776. It's the Car Was Talking text line. List is more. You get nothing. But I'd like to know who knows the answer to it. In honor of the Yankees ending their long-standing no facial hair rule, this is our siding limited poll question. What's the most antiquated office dress code? 16% of you say no facial hair. Right now, it's a dead heat between uncovered tattoos, or no uncovered tattoos, and no shorts, and no open-toed shoes also. Now, we are agreeing that open-toed shoes, like thongs, are not allowed, right? Flip-flops, thongs are not allowed.
Okay, be more specific about which kind of thongs.
As long
Flip-flops. What are you wearing your feet there? We're talking about open-toed shoes.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. So,
G, you seem like an expert in this.
Thongs? Yeah, I've got a pair of thongs. Or I don't anymore because,
Because you got hired here.
Weird. Yeah, I have better things to wear.
You made that sound very suspicious. I don't know. Okay. All right. Jim, take it back over.
Tyler Sunpuri chimes back in with basically agreeing with me on the suit, tie, and those people ran the place like they ruled the world. The name, Tyler, I'll say this. Who you're naming in there is a sister company of the restaurant that you're naming. And it is not our good friends at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. Because Lee at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton is a great dude. I guarantee he runs a great operation. You want to know why I know that? Kevin, the bartender, has been at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse since they've opened. He is fantastic. He's an amazing bartender, and he's a pro's pro. He can work wherever he wants, and he works at Ruth's, at that horseshoe bar, because Lee provides a great environment. And that means when you go in there, you're going to have a happy, fantastic service over at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. Try their Sizzle, Swizzle, and Swirl happy hour at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. And now that we have revealed, and I did clear this with Molly, so we're going to start telling people about it, because initially when Molly Brown, she returns March 4th, and I was like, oh, well, we should start getting this set up and getting this rolling here. And then all of a sudden I panicked for a minute. I'm like, I guess I should double check to make sure Molly is good with this. But, I mean, it's not like it delays her day that much. Like, Ruth and Middleton and some of the other places are close. So, maybe adds 10, 15 minutes to her ride home, but totally worth it. She's been wanting to do a remote at Ruth for a very long time. And so we're going to be out there that week. I believe we're out there that Tuesday. I'll confirm the date on it. But we're going to be out there so you can come out and say hi. But
Let's go!
Not you, Alex G. Prime's going to be there, maybe.
Hey, maybe I'll come out. I'll come hang.
If Jesse lets him out, Prime can come there too.
I was talking to Jesse about it today. I was ridiculing his wearing of shorts into the office as per usual, but he agreed that he might let me go to Ruth's Chris.
He wore shorts today?
No, he didn't.
Okay.
I was making fun of him.
Okay.
He does wear shorts a lot in the summer.
He really. I think it's like March. We'll start seeing him come out, and they won't go away until October.
That's true.
This leads into like the Bobby Hill's not out of nowhere.
Oh my gosh.
Bobby Hill wears shorts, and I'm guessing he doesn't wear
he's in Texas.
the proper socks as well.
Didn't he get gout at one point in the show?
And
Jesse or Bobby Hill?
They both got gout. They both wear shorts a lot. And I don't think Jesse is at least 100% on having the right socks for his footwear. Because remember, Bobby Hill wears the socks that are like mids when he's wearing low tops. And
right.
Like obviously you'd want to wear no-show or
okay,
low
but
socks.
I got to be really quick. No-show socks. Do they work for anyone? They exclusively live on my toes. Like I've bought them. I've tried different sizes. I've tried to make it work. No-show socks don't work.
I wear them all the time.
What?
Yeah.
How do they not fall off?
I don't know.
What? Huh?
I got grippy feet. I don't know.
But
I got
okay.
a thick foot. It just holds the sock on.
Okay. Listen. Maybe they just don't make them my size 15, Mr. Thickfoot. But
I don't know.
It doesn't work. I hate that. There's so much sock etiquette. I got ridiculed a bunch for wearing black socks with my white shoes when I was in college.
Yeah, you don't do that.
What? I'm mad. I only have so many options here. Like, let me just live my life. You can't see them most of the time. Although when you can, it's because my pants aren't
long enough. You can live
enough.
your life, but then you also deserve to be ridiculed.
Oh man,
it's a simple rule. You can't socks matter.
I've just never. Until recently. I started getting new socks that are like high quality. I thought they were useless. I didn't care.
No, I don't wear the no-show often. I wear them not as much as I used to because now mostly I wear not quite like with dress shoes. I'll wear the no-show because they cut lower, and I hate the look of a sock. And so, but like right today, I'm wearing some Dunks, and you can kind of see the sock. I have the appropriate colored sock.
Can you get it up on the camera for our YouTube viewers?
Yeah, I can get it up on the
Let's
camera
go.
here for you. All right. So we got
Stretch.
the dunks with the black pants, black sock. Now, it's a little bit of a show, but not much. If I really wanted to, I could hide it. But for me, that's kind of the role. I also, this is actually my favorite part of the shoes that I wear now is that I don't like to tie shoes. Also a pain in the butt. These shoes, along with most of mine, I can lace them in a way that I don't have to tie them.
That's pretty nice. I can do that for many things, but unfortunately, like I play sports so often, is there the same rule for sports shoes and socks? That's where I think I've run into the most problems.
I think that's a little bit more. I think that's more team specific.
Okay.
What is your team? Back to the Yankees in our poll question, in honor of the Yankees ending their long-standing no facial hair rule. What's the most antiquated office dress code? Our signing limited poll question, 844-770-3776. List is more. No facial hair, no uncovered tattoos, no shorts, no open-toed shoes like thongs or flip-flops. And to your question, I think it's really a matter of like, what does your team require? Because some teams can get really, even on like on your level for the ultimate frisbee, like they might want everyone to be wearing black socks with green shoes or whatever it is, whatever it is. I think that's really down to the equipment manager.
The big thing for me is that I now wear cleats with ankle support, and I'm not gonna. My socks have to go higher than that. It drives me crazy to just feel that rub and eventually, get that blister. So I'm trying to avoid that by having the socks that you can see. But then I've got this guy Oat on my team who gives me a bunch of crap for it because he worked at one of the shoe stores for a long time, and he thinks he's got specific rules, and he's the captain of the club team.
So if you're playing on a team, I would say, like for an example, initially today I thought, and yesterday I messed up. It was fine, but I wore my Jordan 11s, the Cherry Reds, and those are more of a mid, not a full high top, but it's more of a mid. And I just had thrown on. I wasn't really thinking when I put on socks in the morning. So when I left, I had low cut socks on. So then, kind of had I didn't have to walk a ton, so not much of a. And it's not hot, so I'm not like getting like a chafing or a scraping thing on my ankles there. But in general, I'm like, I should have worn mid socks that would have then not eaten up my heel. So that was a danger. So for me, just walking around, you want to have the right sock to match basically the heel of your shoe. So if you're playing though, make sure that your heel is covered. To me, that matters less. Color wise, like maybe have the right color as the rest of your team, but for the length, I think you can kind of own that. You see people with basketball go socks all the way. I feel like every boy my daughter's age, my oldest, who plays basketball or just goes to school.
Athletics, like Nike socks,
Yeah, and they're up to their knees.
Yep.
And then they wear shorts past their knees.
Or you tuck the sweat pant into the sock. Anyway, this has been fashion advice with Jim Rutledge.
Well, this is 11-year-old fashion advice. I don't recommend any. Here's my general advice to you. Whether it's okay or not, don't dress like an 11-year-old boy. Because they all dress horribly.
There are pictures of me as an 11-year-old boy looking absolutely terrible.
I believe there's a picture we have of Jim Rutledge dressed exactly like an 11-year-old boy from Halloween.
Yeah, that's what I did. Yes, you're right. And that was just to humiliate my daughter because she did not like. I forgot what it was. I bought shoes yesterday. There it is. See, there on the ESPN Madison YouTube page.
It's not on the ESPN Madison YouTube page.
It's on our preview page.
So it's on the preview page. So when it lines up there on the ESPN Madison YouTube page, it's gone away. So now I have to guess what I'm wearing. But it was basically, I think I had not leggings, but like the long underwear,
tights,
but not tights. Tights. That's what I'm looking for. But like to wear underneath if you're going to like get them for like Badger games.
I wear them all the time.
I do not, but I do wear them for Badger games. And then I had my Iron Jock ESPN Madison shorts, and I also wore, I believe, a pair of shoes my daughter hates, which are my North Face. They're like kind of they're not in the photo there, but they're kind of a fluffy blue. I wore them the other day. Chrissy Burt thought I was wearing slippers.
Those are effectively slippers.
They're for sure. But they also they're the warmest shoe I own. They're low cut, so they're not the greatest to walk in the snow with, but like walking a dog and everything. Like they're basically my summer version of slides or Crocs. Of like, got to walk the dog, got to make a quick errand, I slide these on and go. I don't have to worry about putting on shoes. But the rest of the outfit was a long sleeve, athletic shirt underneath. I had an Iron Jock beanie cap on, and then a Ray Allen throwback Bucks jersey. And I looked like an 11-year-old, and I looked ridiculous. We'll talk to Jason Wilde next.
You're listening live from St. John's, Newfoundland. The Newfies love Jim, Matt, and Molly. 100.5 ESPN Madison.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by Starion Bank, with 3 Madison area locations in Middleton, Sun Prairie, and Monona. Starion Bank is here investing in your community. Start your experience at starionbank.com. Member FDIC. More national recognition. John Tonje named the top transfer in ESPN's power rankings of men's basketball transfers this season. His teammate Nolan Winter backing him up. Winter's words during his appearance on the Jump Around digital show.
He's one of the more humble dudes I've ever been around, and he just wants what's best for the team and what's best for us. So it's been a blessing to be able to play with him and just see what kind of he brings to the locker room, just a sense of maturity. And then obviously we've seen what he's done on the court.
Hear from Nolan Winter every week on the Jump Around Thursdays at 1 on ESPN Madison's YouTube channel.
Get 0% interest for up to 6 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Our team installs year-round, so why wait? Set your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Have you been waiting to buy your next home? Stop. Now is the time to get housed. What's up, Madison? It's Stacy from Bruner Realty. Nobody has a crystal ball to know what the future holds. The longer you wait to find your next home, the better the chance you'll be paying more for it than you would be today. Don't miss out on what could be the best opportunity to find your dream home. Contact our team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to help start your search. That's BrunerRealtyInc.com. Let's get house.
This is our crew.
Fly ball right field. Hit a ton. We're tied.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball is coming to ESPN Madison.
The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Every pitch, every dramatic moment, every
fly ball left field. Back. Still back. It is up and gone.
Madison's new home of the Milwaukee Brewers. 100.5 ESPN.
Lowe's knows that your business is built on speed and trust. That's why the Lowe's Pro Desk is here to get you what you need the moment you need it. We'll help you plan your project, calculate your materials, and pivot when your job takes an unexpected turn. And with our Pro-only checkout and dedicated Pro parking, you have what you need to tackle your job and be back on the job in no time. Just visit us at the Pro Desk. Lowe's knows pros. We help. You save.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos. With Ethos, it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit GetEthos.com. That's GetEthos.com.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
From the biggest plays on the court to the comments made in the locker room after, an in-depth recap of every Bucks game in 6 minutes. No more, no less. Bucks in 6 provides game recaps for every game. Hear the high-flying dunks from Giannis.
Puts it on the floor, spins down the lane, and plunges it through.
Or the deep threes from Dame.
Dame time has arrived with 107.
Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus audio network. Find it now on bucks.com/plus or on Spotify, Apple, and wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions.
Jason, quick
You
question.
are one of one.
3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year.
Help me understand a little bit more clearly what you're asking.
Did you ever hear it called Don't Go Jason Waterfalls?
Is this Matt Hamilton?
So I kind of just thought of this question on the spot. So it needs to be workshopped a little. I'm not going to lie.
That's the same as Matt.
Jason Wilde is on Jim, Matt, and Molly.
What's up with that? What's up with that? What's up with that? What's up with that? What's up with that?
Thrilled to be joined by Jason Wilde, Jim Rutledge, Alex G with you in the Everlight Solar Studio. Molly Brown returns March 4th, so we're excited about that. And that means there's only a couple more times, Jason, that you'll be talking to just me from Jim, Matt, and Molly. Obviously, Alex G filling in today. Matt Hamilton out. Matt Hamilton returns on Monday. So, Jason, thanks for making the time to join us today.
Dude, you are you know that I love doing this show no matter who's on. Alex G. Now, I do enjoy Matt and Gravatt. I do think that that's a nice little version of the show.
Absolutely.
But it's I'm really excited. You know, I obviously think the world of Molly, and I remember when she was first starting out with us and she got stuck producing our show during one of the many days that Jesse would take off. And to see her not only be crushing it as a mom, but also be successful with her own show with you knuckleheads is pretty awesome, too.
Yeah.
So I look forward to her return.
She loves cousin subs. So I had a question.
She better.
Yeah. Yes. So we had a question. The Yankees have ended their long-standing no facial hair rule. So we wanted to start thinking about antiquated office dress codes here, and we're asking people, like, what's the one that stands out to you? You can throw one out, but we have no open-toed shoes, no shorts, no uncovered tattoos, or no facial hair. What's, like, either out of those or another one that pops to your mind is like an antiquated office dress code that's kind of probably null and void at this point?
Well, I will say the no shorts thing is a deal breaker for me, and our teammate Shawnee Smith, who has now gone on to, I mean, she's a really big deal in the company now, but she was so good to me that for a lot of events that we would do, there's a dress code for everyone else, but I still got to wear shorts and a hoodie. So I always appreciated that. So I'm confused. I saw this story too, Jim, and I was thinking back, you're a little bit younger than me, but not a lot. And then there's Gravatt, who I could be his dad. But I remember my baseball cards of the Yankees with Reggie Jackson and Ron Guidry and Dick Tidrow and Dave Winfield and Don Mattingly. They all had mustaches. Was it just beards?
Is it George?
Like, were mustaches allowed?
When did George Steinbrenner take over? Because it was a George Steinbrenner thing. And so it was very specific to him. He did not want it on the Yankees. So that is probably part of it. Now they have changed it to a well-groomed facial hair. So you still can't necessarily grow anything nuts. But 1973 is when this came into place. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. In 1983. At Steinbrenner's behest, Yogi Berra ordered Goose Gossage to remove his beard he was growing, and then going forward, he just put it into place. Now, some guys did have it, but then Steinbrenner could step in. Like Don Mattingly had it, and then he was benched for a little bit for having too long of a mullet head. Yeah, I mean, I'm just reading this off of Wikipedia. So there were people who pushed it, because I don't know exactly what you can do in baseball, but then Steinbrenner would get a little bit he would get vindictive about it.
Well, that sounds very off-brand for George Steinbrenner to be vindictive about something. So that's surprising.
Yeah, just shocking. Some rich guy from New York is vindictive about things. Yeah, that's really shocking.
No doubt. I don't one of the weird things about my career, and I've obviously been really lucky to do everything that I've done, but like, I've never really worked in an office. Like, people talk about the movie Office Space or the show The Office, and like my desk at the State Journal that I had for many years, everyone but me sat at it. Like, I never used it. Like, I was never there. Like, my office is at Lambeau Field, and it's where I keep all the other bobbleheads that Paula doesn't want around the house. But I'm like the only one in there. So, like, I don't know how to even act in an office. When I come to see you guys, somebody has to come downstairs and escort me into the building because I don't even have, like, a swipe key.
Oh,
so
Jason.
I'm a bad office.
Don't worry. We have to do that for Jim every day, too. He got in today. Very round of applause. But that's been a big thing this week. He never has his badge. So you two, you're kindred spirits in that way.
I mean, I started trying to be Jason Wilde. I couldn't hang, so then I just started doing sales and hosting a radio show.
Amen.
Jason, I just want to point out something that Primetime sent to us. Favorite Steinbrenner story. Jesus Christ had long hair and a beard. Somebody told to him, and he said, "Why can't we have long hair and a beard?" Yankees owner showed him a pond behind the outfield fence and said, "You see that pond? You can walk across it, and if you can walk across it, you get long hair and a beard."
Amen.
So it just
wow.
What an old guy.
A lot of amens today.
A lot of amens.
Yeah, I am curious as to like how many, especially now in this era. I mean, this is obviously a news story because they're not going to enforce it anymore. But like, you think that, and I don't want to take shots at Gravatt just because he's a young guy, but like today's, I don't want, and I sound really old when I say this, but like this is the kind of stuff that young people just aren't going to tolerate. So I'm surprised that they had to make this announcement to begin with. I just figured people would just refuse to follow.
Well, it's shocking because, I now have a pretty good relationship with Barry Alvarez, who I host a show with on Monday nights through the football season.
Absolutely ridiculous.
And Coach Alvarez had a no long hair policy. Everyone got their hair cut when they showed up. You couldn't have a beard. You clean shaven there too. So it's wild. And he seems to have no problem with me and my long hair these days.
You don't play for him.
Oh, God. You bringing up Barry brings up the fact that, so when I covered the team when I was both in college and I think maybe a year or two after I'd graduated, I had an earring, and he still makes fun of me for that. Like, he'll come on Wilde and Tausch, and he'll mention it. Like, I remember covering a game at, like, Illinois, and he was like, still got that, like, in the press conference, still got that earring, huh, Jason? Aren't you going to get rid of that at some point? Aren't you a little old for that at this point? Like, so that's funny that you would bring that up. Yes, you have beautiful flowing locks, and I'm glad Barry appreciates them.
This is utterly preposterous that I've even heard that.
When did you decide to take the earring out?
I believe the year was like 1998.
Was there a reason, or were you just done with it?
I think I just realized that I was starting to get to a point in my career where I was probably a little old for, 98, I'd have been 26. It was time. It was just time. I think that's the best way to describe it. It wasn't like there was a girl involved at the time who thought it was kind of stupid to have an earring still. Maybe that factored in as well, but I can't remember.
I feel like a girl definitely factored into me removing my earrings as well. So I definitely.
Whoa! Did you just say earrings plural?
Yeah, I have. I have one in the cartilage atop of my ear,
you had
and then
the top
two
part.
on my left, and then one on my right. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I was. Barry would have loved me. Yeah.
Setting off metal detectors all over the place.
Bunch of fake.
Tell Rutledge that.
Fake diamond ones, and then like a little small like tribal hoop one up top. So yeah. I was Florida
Are
Jim,
there
man.
photos of this somewhere?
Yeah, but
Can we get our hands on the
Jason, we're both old. Like these are like Polaroid photos. I don't even know if they show up in the actual photo.
I can get them on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. Give them to me, Jim.
I'll see if I can find one for you. I have one.
Fax him.
I have one. There's one place that could be photo existing with those earrings. But I had one Packer-related question. With I saw that Chicago made some cuts. Like they're not specifically cut today because it's not the rules, but they are informing Chicago has two players that they're letting them go. So is it that time of year where the Packers, we might see a note from Adam Schefter, because that's where the news came from, that the Packers might start informing players like, hey, you're going to be a cut. And so start planning ahead on that. Are there some players on the team that you think the Packers could start? Because it is a courtesy to start. You don't just do this to everyone, but a guy who's been around for a little bit, let them go find their space. Is there anyone you see that could be a potential heads up you're going to get cut casualty here?
Yeah, I think Jair is the only obvious one, and I'd be really curious, based on how he behaved in the locker room at locker room cleanout, if they had already told him the day after the season ended, right? Like,
True.
I did find myself wondering if he already knew that. It is a courtesy. I don't know how helpful it is, right? Like, agents usually have a pretty good idea of whether their guy's going to be available or not, so they can start talking to prospective teams, even though they're not supposed to. There's not anybody else that I look at on the roster. Now, I do know they have also in over time told players we're not re-signing you. The famous story is them telling Micah Hyde, who told this story on our show years ago, that they came to him with 6 games left in the 2016 season, it must have been, and said, yeah, we're not going to re-sign you. Oh, thanks, because we got 6 games left in the regular season. Why would you tell him that?
Wow.
And, oh, by the way, he went on to be an All-Pro and a Pro Bowl player for the team that signed him because you didn't want him anymore. Not a great move in that instance. But, yeah, I don't think anybody other than Jair is obvious on that list. They got obviously some free agents that I don't expect them to bring back. I would think that they would tell a guy like Josh Myers, hey, we want you to go out and explore the market, and we would love it if you would come back to us and tell us, hey, this is what is out there for me, and give us a chance to kind of talk about that. But I don't think there's a lot of guys that are getting the biggest thing for them is, has Davante Adams gotten informed of that yet by the Jets? Because I still believe, I promised Strofe that I would text Goody and ask him, just say, hey, I don't need to quote you. I'm not going to say I talked to you, but if you guys have zero interest in Davante, I would like to know about it so I could stop pushing that narrative. Because I, from a selfish perspective, definitely want him to come back. And Goody didn't respond, so I can report that Ed Tausch's suggestion was a good one. He should have said, he said I should have written, if you don't respond, that means I will assume that you're interested in Davante Adams. And I should have taken that advice. That would have been smart.
Jason, thanks, and we'll be excited to tune in on Monday with your big announcement as well. We're excited to hear that.
Yeah, that is exciting. All right, boys, I appreciate you both. Take care. Be good.
All right, we appreciate you, Jason. Jason Wilde. There, you can listen back to Wisconsin on Demand, Apple, Spotify, and all those great places. For over 35 years, J&K has been Madison's trusted name in security. Whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, they are your one-stop shop for all things security. From cutting-edge intercom systems for your office to simply replacing that old lock on your front door, they've got you covered. With a network of top-tier suppliers, they create customized solutions tailored just for you. At J&K, customer service is always their top priority, and your peace of mind is always their mission. Visit them today at jksecurity.com and experience the J&K difference. Your home, your business, their priorities. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
Hi, this is former Badger Pro Football Hall of Famer Joe Thomas. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison. Good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this is your Sports Center Update brought to you by Milwaukee Brewers Baseball on ESPN Madison. Listen to every game this season, starting with opening day on March 27th, right here on Madison's new home of Milwaukee Brewers Baseball, 100.5 ESPN. And speaking of Milwaukee Brewers Baseball, spring training opener for the Brewers is tomorrow. You catch that game right here on 100.5 ESPN. Game starts at 2 p.m. against the Cincinnati Reds. Here and stay tuned for some more spring training action throughout the opening of the Milwaukee Brewers and baseball season. And we are the home of the Milwaukee Brewers as well as the home of the Milwaukee Bucks. And the Bucks getting a win at home last night in their first game back from the All-Star break, coming back 116-110 against the Los Angeles Clippers. Bucks will be back at it tonight facing their former teammate and Milwaukee Bucks legend Khris Middleton as they take on the Wizards tonight at 6 p.m. That means pregame coverage starts at 5:30 right here on 100.5 ESPN after Jim, Matt, and Molly wraps up a little bit early. For the Bucks injury report, they're missing a smattering of players, including star Damian Lillard, though Giannis Antetokounmpo is still probable for that contest. Second hour of Jim, Matt, and Molly
Metro
starting.
Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's going to swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN.
We're learning a lot about each other.
I'm going to match your energy, and if you're going to bring false titles, I'll bring false titles.
Your 6 are real. My 4 are real.
But they're old as hell. I'm pro olds at this point. Like,
because I'm here for whatever. Do they still give out Oreos at dry cleaners?
What?
Huh? Is that not a thing?
Wait, I don't understand.
Yeah.
Your family never told you don't take candy from strangers.
Go see a dentist.
I went once. I'm in good condition, but yeah.
Your teeth are disgusting.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison, alongside America's favorite Alex Gravatt. Here's Jim Rutledge.
Jim, Matt, and Molly continues live from the Everlight Solar Studio. We are presented by Coors Light. If the mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's crush a Coors Light.
He is Alex G. I am Jim Rutledge. Molly Brown out with babies. Primetime Orsham here. Matt Hamilton out curling. Although he's not curling. But he's probably enjoying some Coors Lights.
Absolutely.
His birthday was yesterday. We're excited to have Matt back on the show on Monday. And Prime's getting wild back there. He's cranking it up.
Oh, yeah. It's Friday, guys.
We got pole dancing coming up in a few minutes here. We'll take a break for that. But the Bucks, we have the game coming up here on ESPN Madison in a little bit here. The Bucks take on the Wizards.
Man.
So Wizards stinky. So the only reason that this is at all relevant is a guy by the name of Khris Middleton plays for the Wizards. So both you and Prime, more Prime, so maybe I give him the mic, but you guys both can chime in, really seem to have a emotional investment into Khris Middleton. And it could be the age side of things. And Khris Middleton was a hell of a basketball player. I put him in front of Michael Redd. But I never loved watching. Like, his style of play was never exciting. He was steady Eddie. He was a good player. Fringe all-star, would make it sometimes. Again, better than Michael Redd. Like, Ray Allen playing for the team hurt more. Watching Ray Allen with the Heat and the Sonics and the Celtics have a great career not in Milwaukee hurt me more. Khris Middleton leaving is like, it's a good player who's gone. It's not like Giannis will be hard to see play in a different uniform. But both of you seem to be struggling a little bit with the Bucks going against Middleton tonight.
Well, you guys might be struggling to see me on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream as well, because the sun is just hitting us beautifully tonight.
You know
guys.
what? I miss those days, Prime, so I'm happy the sun is back and beaming through.
So you're our holy advisor.
Yes, so you cannot see me, but you would see me sweating, because just like Khris Middleton, I'm sweating to see the guy who was the gross, unathletic-looking, but silky smooth shooter that was Khris Middleton, who played for the Milwaukee Bucks for so long. Look, I agree with you, Jim. He's not the star that Giannis is. He's not like watching Rodgers play in a different uniform, or even watching someone like Jordy Nelson or Devontae Adams play in another uniform.
But even left and was really good somewhere else,
and
too.
I agree. But there's something to the fact that the Milwaukee Bucks winning a championship and what that meant for me as a Bucks fan and for so many Bucks fans, and the fact that what they had to go through that postseason and how important Khris Middleton was, right? Because there's still a good case that they probably don't even make it to Game 6 if he doesn't drop, 45 or whatever in Game 5. And they might not even get out of the Eastern Conference Finals if he doesn't dominate the Hawks after Giannis had to go out for the final 4 games of that series with his knee injury, right? Like, Khris Middleton went through trials and tribulations and being absolutely axed by fans, being made fun of because he said he never picked up a ball during COVID, during the 3-month break for the NBA. Like, I went through it. I know a lot of Bucks fans who thought he was just this bum who was holding back the team. And then for him to come through huge in so many big moments and the entire run that the Bucks had that year, I'll always think of him with that. And I'll always think of him in his very nonchalant, very unassuming way.
Professionally, showed up every day.
He's a professional, yes, and I respect the hell out of that. I really do. And
he was an all-star.
And I respect him as a player, and I respect him as a Milwaukee Buck, and a guy who deserves to have his number 2 jersey hang in the rafters one day.
I don't disagree with any of that. I just didn't have the emotional connection of like, okay, he's on the Wizards now. Whatever.
Well, it's really tough that he's on the Wizards too, right?
And I feel bad for him, yes.
I wish he were on a team where he could be, anything other than just the stopgap to help somebody learn how to play. Like, go be on a team that at least will win. Will he win more games than he loses for the rest of the season? No. Will he make it to 15 wins? Hopefully.
Not with the Wizards. The Wizards might make it to 15.
That's what
He's
I mean.
not winning 15 with the Wizards.
I mean, it's just like you're watching this, like, it's almost like the dumb meme of Squidward stuck up inside watching Patrick and SpongeBob run around in front, like, having fun. And he's just, like, alone. Now, it'd be different if the Bucks were going to go win a championship without him. I don't think they're going to this year, but it's tough either way.
I will always remember guys like him and Brooke as the guys who are just the weird, goofy guys who are on this crazy Bucks team with the guy, Giannis, being the all-star that he is and the superhero that Giannis is, surrounded by this cast of characters of just very unassuming, very professional, workman-like guys who went and did and achieved something amazing. Like that'll always stick with me as a fan. And yes, Khris Middleton especially because of, I felt like he went through so many ups and downs that fans put him through as a team. Like people saying he was just discount like Tobias Harris and really like ragging on the guy for so long, including myself. I did it constantly for a long time. So because I went through a lot of like feelings and emotions about him, seeing him kind of being shipped away to the Siberia that is the Washington Wizards, the district. We sent him to the district. It stinks, and I'm sad to see it. But yeah, I hope he ends up on a good team somewhere else eventually, sometime next year, hopefully.
Yeah, so Bucks basketball on ESPN Madison.
Look, were you tuning in for any other reason other than Khris tonight? Like, you're not tuning in to hear, I wonder how they're going to do against the Wizards. This might change how I feel about them going forward.
Bucks play the Wizards tonight. Tip-off at 6 o'clock. Pre-game coverage is 5:30, which means Alex and I are out of here soon. And then on Saturday, don't forget, Brewers Radio Network debut on ESPN Madison. Madison now the new home of Brewers baseball in Madison.
Let's go.
Brewers versus Reds spring training opener at 2 o'clock. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, ESPN Madison on YouTube, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Matt Hamilton here to tell you a little more about Metcalf's Market and why it's my favorite place to shop for groceries here in the Madison area. Metcalf's Market is your place to shop for all the essentials from meat and cheeses, an extensive selection of spirits and beers, and their knowledgeable team knows the perfect pairings to wow your guests with their amazing Piedmontese steaks. Exclusive to Metcalf's Markets, only in Wisconsin. Stop by their locations at Hilldale, near Westtown Mall, or in Wauwatosa today. Metcalf's Market. Bring local home.
Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side. When you see Diamond Jim, you can count on him to be on your side. Selection beyond compare with on-site repair, so you can wear your jewelry with pride. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Outside In. That's what we call our Outdoor Living Unlimited showroom at 2018 South Stoughton Road. All the cool stuff you want outside in your yard displayed inside. Patios, decks, pavers, and an automated pergola, fire pit, outdoor kitchen, a putting green, and in-ground pool. Even a converting 3-season room that's either outside or inside. We are Outdoor Living Unlimited. Your outdoor living potential awaits you at our Outside In showroom, 2018 South Stoughton Road. OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Hey, it's Hunter Vaughn. ESPN Madison and Zimbrick Honda are celebrating the area's best high school sports stories with the Game Changers of the Month. Follow ESPN Madison on social media to see teams making an impact in their community. Nominate your local team today at ESPNMadisonGameChangers.com.
UW Credit Union presents the Prep Mania Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org. Here's Dennis Semrau with the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Our ESPN Madison UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Jocelyn Brabender from Wisconsin Heights High School. Welcome, Jocelyn.
Thank you. I'm very honored to be able to do this.
You're a Mazo Maney resident? What's it like the two communities into one, Black Earth and Mazo, at Wisconsin Heights?
I think it's very nice just having two small communities coming together, just knowing everybody and being very close.
Who's had the biggest influence on you as a student?
My friends have been a big influence, just like pushing me to be me. And I think my basketball coach, Mr. Fuchs, has influenced me. He's honestly made me better as a basketball player. He's pushed me, he talks to me. He knows I get frustrated very easily. And I think he's just made me into a better basketball player and person.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offer the Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Staying on Wisconsin sports never stops with the Jump Around podcast.
John Tonje, I don't think he is the pro prospect that Johnny Davis is, but I think John Tonje, I don't care portal or not, I think he is the most impactful recruit in the grade guard era.
When you're the first player since Michael Finley to go back-to-back games with scoring 30 points, that is great company for John Tonje to be in.
The Jump Around podcast with Jim Rutledge and Pablo Iglesias, streaming live every Thursday at 12:30 on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Baseball season is heating up.
Fly ball, center field. This is deep. Outman back at the track. Bye-bye baseball!
Get ready for the return of Brewers baseball on 100.5 ESPN, Madison's new home of the Milwaukee Brewers.
They dance above me as I sing. I see them through a crystal haze and hear their sweet sound bouncing round the never-ending choral maze. The crystal haze and hear them bouncing round the room. The never-ending choral maze.
Jim, Matt, Molly continues live from the Everlight Solar Studio. We are presented by Coors Light. The Mountain Blue, you know what to do.
And that's crush a Coors Light.
Hopefully the Bucks will crush it tonight against the Wizards. And the Brewers, I don't care what they do on Saturday. It's a spring training game. But it will be an amazing broadcast here on ESPN Madison Saturday at 2 o'clock, the debut of Brewers baseball on the Brewers Radio Network home in Madison, which is ESPN Madison. Let's go pole dancing.
We asked and you answered.
What?
Coming to the stage, it's pole dancing on Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Hey now.
Presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
Yeah, guys, it's a Friday, and we might be ending a little bit early, but that doesn't mean we don't go pole dancing here on Jim, Matt, and Molly. And you can no longer see me on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream, but guys, I'm seeing a lot of polls around ESPN Wisconsin this week. So we got to go back, review those results, and see how Jim and Alex G would have responded to those. So, guys, the first one I'll put out to you, and speaking of pole dancing, Alex G, you were very interested about this one earlier in the week. Jen, Gabe, and Chewy posting on Wednesday during their weekly appearance with Adam Schefter, ESPN Insider. Do you agree with Adam Schefter? Everyone should wear robes more often. 63% of respondents saying no, 37% saying yes. Alex G, what about you?
I'm part of that 37%. I voted in that poll as soon as I saw it. I had a robe for a long time that I loved. There's no reason to wear it, right? Like I never wear it coming or going from the shower. But I just have it, and I loved it. I got rid of it, though, because it started to get a little dingy. It was a white robe, whatever. And then I found another one at Dig and Save on the west side of Madison. Disgusting. I washed it 2 or 3 times before wearing it. It's not quite long enough, but, man, I feel like Eddie from Christmas Vacation.
What is long enough? Because, like, is this below the knees?
It's not below the knees.
Hold on. Would this hold up to the ESPN Madison dress code?
No.
Or any dress code?
Probably not. We're pole dancing, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They don't do that in the Yankees locker room.
So I have a robe at the house.
Of course
it's honestly just a point of contention with the wife, because I never really wear it, and it'll just get moved to certain spots of the house. It is a big robe. We actually got a former ESPN Madison partner, Hotel Red. So my wife and I got married in the Madison area, and we went to Hotel Red for our wedding night, and they had robes there for us. So my wife wore her robe regularly, and she still has it and will wear it. But mine's like, it's going to be past the knee, so it's a big, I don't know, Terry, like, it's kind of silky on the outside, the white with the Hotel Red logo on it, and on the inside, it's like that warm feeling. 2 parts to it. One, I always feel ridiculous wearing a robe. But then 2,
absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
I run warm, so like I don't necessarily know when I'm going to wear it. But then 2, it's so nice that I hate wearing it because I don't want to get it dirty. Like when I wore it to the Kohl Center for the Wear White, I was very happy. Like it was high enough that like it was that, especially since I was wearing clothes, it was like above the knee. I didn't have to worry about it getting dirty.
Thank you for wearing clothes.
Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome. Or maybe it was a disservice to people going to the game. But
okay.
I was worried I don't want to get dirty because it's a nice robe. But no, I think people can. No, really robe.
They don't need more ropes.
Not in public.
All right, fair. All right, well,
like
guys.
Pajamas. Do people wear pajamas? Like, not like matching sets, but like, do you wear like like?
If you didn't go to Costco and you went to Walmart more often, you'd see him. All right, guys. Speaking
that's
of
just walking around.
Yeah, that's true. Speaking of former Wisconsin sports legends like Khris Middleton playing for other teams, the Homer Hour yesterday asked, do you want to see Aaron Rodgers play in the NFL at all next season? 56% of fans said yes, 44% said no. And Jim Rutledge, you are not a Packers fan, but what would you want to see? Aaron Rodgers or no Aaron Rodgers?
If I never hear or see from Aaron Rodgers again in my life, I will be very happy. The man brings nothing to enjoy on the football field, nothing insightful off the football field. The man can disappear and do ayahuasca to his heart's content. Nobody needs to hear from him or see him ever again.
Alex G, wearing your Packers hoodie today?
I mean, like, listen, I don't like Aaron Rodgers anymore. I think he's pompous, arrogant, yucky, whatever you want to say. I would love to see him go out there and do a good job one more time, but I'm not going to root for him, right? Like, the Packers fan inside me who grew up watching him do incredible things that nobody else could do at the time is like, I want that again, but also, why do you have to suck so much, Aaron? Like, why can't you just be a normal person? So yes, I want to see him play because it'll be interesting. I'll be intrigued no matter what it is. But if he gives another performance like he did on the Jets this year, absolutely not. I don't want more of that.
All right, well, we get no more pole dancing, guys. We got to get out of here soon.
All right, go Bucks.
Go Bucks, go Brewers. Is that my cue? Do I have music, or we have to get out?
Well, we're getting out. We're not right away. I didn't want to put you up against it.
Well, you said it like that, and then I didn't know.
Well, just no more questions. No more
Gotcha.
questions.
It's Dame
Statements
time
only.
on
Statements
season
only.
4 of Behind the Bucks podcast presented by Gallagher. Explore Bucks superstar Damian Lillard's unlikely journey from a 2-star high school prospect to a top 75 player in NBA history. Narrated by senior NBA insider Chris Haynes, this series reveals exclusive details of Dame's trade to the Bucks and experience with the team. Find Behind the Bucks on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and wherever it is you get podcasts. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR benefit consultant. Listen to the Brewers tomorrow on ESPN Madison. Enjoy your weekend. It's supposed to be like 36 on Sunday, and next week I think we're spending most of the time in the 40s, and I'm kicking Jesse Nelson out of the damn office if he shows up in shorts. This has been Jim, Matt, and Molly presented by Coors Light.